Hello, I'm making this time a Mechanics soap. So this is another 100% coconut oil soap, but unlike the dish soap that has 0 superfat, this one has 25% superfat. Doing the heat transfer method again, so I've just mixed up my lye solution, and it is 85 degrees, 88 degrees. Just make sure it's all fully dissolved into the water, and then I'll pour that over my coconut oil, and I will stir, stir, stir. This will probably take about 5 minutes of stirring before it's ready to stick blend. So I'll bring you back when everything's a little bit more melted. Now it's all starting to melt down. I've probably been stirring it for about 3 minutes or so. Just going to add my essential oil blend. I've got sweet orange essential oil and also Litsi to help anchor it, and it's sitting in some kaolin clay. I've used 10 times sweet orange. Tenfold, I think it's called. And I do find that if I mix it with the Litsi and the kaolin, it does hold quite well. I'll stir this for a few more minutes, and then I will stick blend a little bit just to break up the remaining large pieces of coconut oil. So I'll get my stick blender now. Might even turn it on. So that was probably about a minute on the stick blender, just making sure everything's been broken down and fully melted in. I'll just take a temperature just out of curiosity, and it's now 29 degrees, so it's cooled down considerably. Now, because this is a Mechanics soap, I want it to be quite exfoliating. So it's going to be primarily a hand soap. So I have a few additives. I've got walnut shell, ground walnut shell. So I'll probably put two of those. Poppy seeds. 2, and ground pumice stone. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can put whatever you like. You can put ground coffee beans in there. Anything that's going to be a bit scratchy and help to remove you know, the grease and the dirt. So I'm going to blend this up some more just to make sure there's no clumps, but also to thicken it up a little bit so that the additives don't sink to the bottom of the soap. I feel like I've been blending this forever. I still don't really have much of a trace there, but the additives seem to be holding themselves in place. They're not sinking, so I might just go ahead and pour it. Otherwise I think I'm going to be here all day. I'll just get my mould. So there we have it poured. I'm just going to do a thin little bit of poppy seeds on the top just for a bit of decoration there. And then I have some twine here, so I've just put a knot in each end, so this will be able to be hung on a tap. Put lines in here so I know where to put each one. As the soap sets a little bit, I'll stand them up a bit more. So I've actually just taped some rulers together just to push these ropes more towards the centre. I can still see my lines here, so just make sure each rope is in between the lines. So there's going to be one in the centre of each bar when I cut it. I made each rope, it was about 30 centimetres long, and tied a knot in the end. And then plonk it in the middle of the soap. So I'll carry this soap out and put it in my fridge. Can't remember if I said fridge or freezer before, but I meant fridge. Mommy. And I'll leave it in there until it's ready to cut. Hello, I am back. It's the next morning and it's time to cut the Mechanics soap. So I'm not cutting it with my multi-bar cutter because I think I'll have too much trouble trying to get it between each string. So here we go. You can see all the walnut shell, pumice, poppy seeds. That should be a really good soap for cleaning greasy hands, and a nice handy rope to hang it from a tap. So there's another one. And thanks again for joining me.